All right, here we go. Fear of God again, and this one we have a new video for you by recommendation and request of Mr. Hardy in my last video. This one I actually thought was going to take a lot longer than it did to level up, but it actually only took me about 3 hours to be able to level it up. A few suggestions with that actually to be able to do it. I didn't finish all the camos obviously, but I'll come back around to do that. But this gun is actually surprising, and I'm talking about the R9-0 shotgun. It's kind of a bit weird. It's like a double barrel pump action shotgun. It's kind of fast firing, really short range, but I'll show you a few things when we get into the actual build of it that helps with not only the range but everything else. As far as suggestions for leveling it up outside of the build, I do highly suggest that you take advantage of the shoe house 24/7 while it's going, because that is going to help you a lot as far as the actual time it takes to be able to level that gun up, because it could be a little hectic if you're trying to do it on bigger maps and such. I did it on Shoe House 24. You could do that on hardcore if the Shoe House 24/7 is gone by then. Hardcore might be good, or just be one of those class setups that you just kind of, use when the time is right to be able to do so. When you're on like a small map or anything like that. But anyway, like I said, I am FRA Fear of God. If you are interested in joining the FRA, we are a multiple console, multiple platform gaming a clan. We do all kinds of different games, not just Modern Warfare or Call of Duty, even though that is one of our main focuses, but we're everywhere from the PC to the PlayStation to Switch. If you're interested in joining, or you just want to see what we're all about, have a few questions, you can add me on here, or write me a message in the notes, or you can add me on Xbox, or if you want, you can add me on Activision, which I can get that for you. Just leave a comment down in the bottom and I will be happy to write it out for you. But as far as the Activision ID, if you want it now, it's FRA space fear space of space God with number 7998809. That's all capitals. But anyway, so without holding you guys up any longer, we'll go into the sponsors, and as usual, I'll put up a screenshot on the video right now of different sponsors that you can use our codes with, whether you want some jerky, whether you want a new controller, whether you're just looking for some energy drinks or just some basic gaming goodies. It's all there. Feel free to use them. It helps us out. So in the end, it'll help you out too, because it'll give you give us the opportunity. The more people that use the code, it gives us the opportunity to be able to increase that code for you. So whether it might be 20% now, it might be 30% if we can get enough sales. So it's always good if there's something that you something there that you like. But on with this weapon. So this one is obviously more of a rush class. It's going to be pretty heavy with trying to find a good balance between not only the setup but also trying to find a decent range and etc, etc. But with that, without further ado, we'll get into the actual class build itself. Okay, so we'll get on into the weapon here. As you can see, I literally just finished this weapon, so it's still on the loadout. But anyway, I went on and I did something a little different with this one. Usually I carry a launcher, but with this one, I'm actually using a pistol. And the reason why I'm doing so is because there's sometimes when you need that little extra distance to be able to get the long shots and whatnot that people are outside of your shotgun range. So I go ahead and throw on a pistol. It's not fully upgraded, but you can just throw on any pistol you want, or a launcher if you want instead. It doesn't really matter. This is designed more for shoe house, but it would help with the other maps as well if you end up doing it on that. just to be able to have that range. I have my standard EOD, hardline, and battle hardened that I have with pretty much every other class. All EOD is especially huge, especially on shoot house, but and battle hard for that matter. I have my usual frag and stim shot. As usual, if there's lots of shields or anything like that, they're just being annoying, I'll throw on a Semtex or I'll throw on a thermite to be able to take them out, because those, when they stick to the shield, it kills them in one go. But we'll get into the actual weapon. I've talked long enough, huh? Alright, so for this one, I've gone through and tried it with all the different loadouts and whatnot. I run this one in particular. This one is a little bit strange because you got to find that middle ground to where you not only get the damage that you need, but also you get the range that you need, as well as the aim down sight time. So it's a little bit harder than like the 7.25, for instance. But I think that this is the best way to be able to run this weapon, because it just seems to be a perfect balance of everything. So the muzzle, I'm running choke, which gives you a tighter pellet spread and tighter and more damage at the con of aim down sight speed. The aim down sight speed isn't really that much, honestly. I wouldn't even say that it's a frame, so I don't really see it being that bad of a con. But the tighter bullet spread and the damage output allows you to not only shoot further and get those 1 to 2 tap kills, but it also has the increased damage, which of course helps. It's kind of a no-brainer for that one. I had contemplated trying to do like with the monolith suppressor, to where I get the extra damage range and the sound suppression, but I found that it just was not the best way to go. From there, I used the forced tack sentry barrel, which gives you more damage and a tighter pellet spread. It does come at the negative of aim down sight speed, which is slightly noticeable. I would say probably about a frame that you lose from that. And then I have tack laser on, which is aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness at the con of laser visible to enemies. But it's only visible to enemies when you are aiming down sight. So it's not really that bad of a con. So there's that. Get into the Merc foregrip, which I use for the underbarrel. Gives recoil control and aim down sight speed. The reason why I use this one is because the recoil control allows it to be able to where you can consistently 2-tap people with it, because this gun, how it works is that it will fire both shots of the both barrels, and then you'll need to pump the gun to be able to chamber the next 2 bullets. So there's a slight delay. With this recoil control allows you to be able to get those shots on target instead of having one hit and then the next one is up over their head. It does come at the con of a little bit of movement speed, which is kind of a bummer, but it's not very much. And it shouldn't be enough to be able to really change the way they have to play everything. And then with that, I have the rear grip is a stipple grip tape, which gives you aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Key as always for any rushing classes to have this. Comes with a con of aiming stability, but you're not really having to aim with this gun. I mean, it's a shotgun, for Christ's sake. But yeah, that would be key. But anyway, with that finishes up this video for the R9-0 shotgun. I was expecting it to take a few days to level up this weapon, and as you can see from the comment in the last video, which I uploaded yesterday, it literally took me about 3 hours to be able to fully upgrade this weapon, and almost all the camos are done as well. I just have a few more of each one, so it's a very easy gun to use. I was rather surprised by that, but anyway, for you guys out, if you liked the video, if it helped you out at all, please drop a like, drop a follow. It helps me out. And you all have a good day and happy Thanksgiving.